Hi, everybody. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. Today, we are here to open up Tarot of a Moon Garden by Karen Marie Sveighart. I think is how we say this. I am new to this deck. It's old to you guys, but new to me. And actually, this one is new to the world. It's a new release of this deck from US Game Systems. I believe the old one came in a tuck box with the little white book situation, that old school US games with the big borders and all the things. And we love the old school US games nostalgic look, but they have upgraded the look of the deck and they've given us a big box. You can see it's in a gigantic box with a big book. It's got these nice cutouts that I love, and they've taken the borders. So I'm excited to kind of see what's up in here. I've never had this deck before and I've never watched a walkthrough. So this is a new to me, old to you situation. So let me get it out of the plastic and we'll take a look. I freed it from its plastic, but I'm keeping my little knife handy because I know there's going to be more plastic on the inside. So it says Tarot of a Moon Garden delivers its arcane secrets on the wings of dragonflies, butterflies, angels, and fairies. Unicorns and dolphins bring insightful messages in this borderless deck that weaves together tarot symbolism, mythic expression, elemental magic, and the reflective phases of lunar energy in this 192-page, lushly illustrated companion book. Wow, Karen Sveighart, I think is how we say that, presents meditations, readings, and rituals, along with detailed descriptions of each tarot card to augment their symbolic meanings. The set includes 78 tarot cards with purple gilt edges and custom spreadsheet. Oh, neat. Purple gilt edges. I wonder, did the original deck come with a spreadsheet and the meditations? Or did she did she rewrite it for that? Ooh, it definitely has a spreadsheet in here. That's neat. It's been a while since I got a deck with one of these fold outs in it. So that's cool. So we've got that. It's not big enough to put the cards on, but if you had like a mini deck, you could definitely put them directly on here or just use it on, put it on your wall for decoration. Let's see. It's the Wheel of the Year spread. Oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll try this next year. I don't usually do Wheel of the Year stuff, but it might be neat. I mean, why not? Should. All right, so we get that and the deck. Got this big chunky guidebook. I can't wait to see that. And here are the cards. So they're in a sort of like a narrow ooh, look at that gilding. Let me get them out of the plastic. 1 second. So now you can really see that beautiful purple, like it's like jewel purple gilding. It's really pretty. The cards are matte and possibly linen. Yes, they're matte and linen. And yeah, they're nice. They are a strange size though, very long, almost like not as long as, but if you have like one of those Yanasa Yao stacks, they feel a little bit like that. Let me just show you real quick. Let me get everything out of the way. Okay, I've collected a few cards here to kind of compare them to because they're doing their own thing with the size. So this is the universal weight deck in a 10, this one. So you can see that they are the same width as this deck, but they are significantly taller than that deck. And this is the Mind's Eye Tarot. So this is a normal tarot size, like a regular RWS size. And you can see that they are still taller than the RWS size deck, but significantly more narrow because they're the same width as this universal weight 10 deck. And if you're looking at it up against like a Hay House card, which I think are about 5 inches tall, you can see that they're just slightly shorter. So let's just put them all together here so you can kind of get a feel for the size. Okay, so this is the Moon Garden here. They're the same width as the 10 deck, the universal weight, a little bit taller than that, good bit taller than that, and a little bit shorter than that. So that's kind of like where they land, and they feel real nice in the hands. I have small hands, and these fit very nicely in my hands. I kind of love the way they feel. Um, so that's neat. I've never had a deck this size, but I'm here for it. I like it. And let's take a look at these bags. Aren't they interesting? They're definitely reversible. Now, what's on them? Let's see. It looks like it's just like a bunch of foliage. I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, I think it's just like a lot of different layered foliage there, trees and leaves and plants. Interesting. Let me get in the guidebook and see what's up with this deck. I'm loving these edges, loving the way they feel in my hands. That's a nice surprise. I've never had a deck this shape, but I really like it. I really like it. Okay, let's take a look at this chunky guidebook. I'm just going to move these out of the way just a little bit so I can set this down. All right. So here's the table of contents. We've got Goddess Charge, Introduction. And in the introduction, we've got initiation, rites and consecrations, readings, Wheel of the Year, symbols, and then majors, minors, the staffs, swords are changed to staffs, cups, pentacles, and then I'm guessing these are spreads in the back. Here's the Goddess Charge. It says Tarot of a Moon Garden is dedicated to the goddess in all her forms, waxing, full, and waning, and especially as she appears in each of us. And then the intro. Here we go. Whether planted from seeds born on cosmic winds from a distant planet or from an island paradise across the waves, she's a very poetic writer. The Moon Garden grew from my subconscious to flower in a poem I wrote decades ago. That was around the same time I purchased my first tarot deck, Aquarian Tarot by David Palladini. Creating my own deck was already a dream. The poem Moon Garden, on pages 74 to 75, appears in an edition revised to fit the rhythm of this book. Originally a fantasy, the words, symbols, and imagery of the poem became a reality years ago when I joined a gathering of lovely souls to celebrate Beltane on May Day, even in a wooded grove. The symbols of the tarot and the moon garden had traveled hand in hand with me for many years before revealing themselves in ways of the old ones. My art often draws upon my childhood fascination with various forms of plant life in the pine forest near what is now Angel Fire in northern New Mexico, where I spent summer months on my grandfather's ranch. Those early botany lessons stirred and conjured the fantasies of ferns and flowers that abound around the castle gardens and mushroom blooms in the woodland realms of my paintings. They grow and blossom in the sentient land where dreams and magic thrive, unicorns and dragons dwell, and personal myths find their way home. The moon garden is our planet in a sense of deja vu, when, as it once was in times of yore, it becomes again a gentle sanctuary for the sacred in its long forgotten role. It is a place to laugh and play, a place to wonder and grow, a place to learn and know, a place to love, a place to heal, with thousand welcomes, come and dance where moonlight and shadow paint from a palette in the colors of the soul. That's beautiful. I like her writing. Looking forward to reading the rest of this. So there's an initiation, the wheel of the year, talks about the symbols. Let's see what it says here. Out here, just to trust your intuition, consecrate your space, and all that kind of stuff. And then it gets into the deck. Here, she talks about her take on the fool's journey of the major arcana. Then, for the write ups, you've got the rendering, which is all about the artwork, the reading, which is all about the divination meaning, and then the ritual, which is some advice on how to embody the energy of the card throughout your day. So that's cool. And then let's see what the minors look like. Okay, so here's the King of Swords. It's the same, but just a little shorter. I don't know if it's shorter, to be honest. I guess it's a little shorter. Yeah, it's shorter for sure. But you've got it on. There's still a good amount of writing. There's just more pictures here. I like the book. It's pretty and it's cute, and I like the graphic design of it. Um, it makes me want, and it's a nice size, so it fits nicely in my hand. So I don't feel like I'm fighting it to hold it. It doesn't feel heavy. It's just this is a nice book. I can almost hold it in one hand, you know? It's tall as a normal book, but more narrow, so it fits nicely in my hand. Like I can hold it really easily. It's good. I like this book. So the cards are on their new linen stock. It's very bendy. It's matte, but it does have a slight coating on it. You can't even, I mean, the window's open. You can barely see the light there. So it's not catching the light whatsoever. So that's good. And it's going to be easy to show. Artwork is very detailed and it looks very story, almost like a story, right? She says it's based on a poem, and I can see that. It's like a storybook coming to life. So our fool is a jester with several legs. And our magician looks like Merlin with a wand with fire on both sides, a candle. Here is our mermaid for a high priestess. Of course, that makes sense. If you're looking for somebody who's hard to pin down, you definitely can associate her with a mermaid. The Empress. Interesting. So the Empress has her feet on a moon in the way that the High Priestess normally would. So she's sort of taken some of the imagery from the Empress, because I was looking at this and I was thinking she looked kind of like an Empress, except she's a mermaid because she's sitting in a lush garden. But, I mean, I see the water, I see the moon. But then it's almost like she brought that same moon here. Isn't that interesting to connect the two? And she did say in guidebook that she connects these first 9 keys as to one, to make them one like continuous conscious release. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but it's one continuous story or continuous. What is this? 2 rams, 3 rams. I see a ram here with 1 eye and then 2 here. Interesting. The Hierophant. So if you were going to do a High Priestess Hierophant situation, yeah, I guess they do echo. Sometimes I like to compare the High Priestess with the Hierophant. The Lovers. Ooh, interesting. They're hiding behind the tree. It does look like a dream world, doesn't it? It's a moon garden, but it feels like a dream world. Let's see about this poem. So the Moon Garden poem says, the garden of myth and magic, secret place of heart, scattered under stars where magic makes its flight on a moonbeam of delight. Midnight hours spent in the mantra of the garden, shared enchantments know. We watch our spirits dance on painted wing, Strauss waltz among the emerald fern. Weaving through jeweled growth of earthen treasure, through the tangled branches, gold round the diamond starlight, catching the luminous light, our spirits weave their many-colored rings, round spin, round from twilight into night. Ooh, look at this death card. Interesting. Reflections in a secret eye, illuminated beings circle, scared round the moon. And fireflies dance, far beyond the keeper of the night, lost in flight. In rainbow rings, our waiting psyche for the midnight themes. With them we fly, gliding through our gilded dream, silver shaft shimmering we invite. Ooh, nice tower, beautiful tower. Until the dew-sparkled dawn paints flowers of the terrestrial womb to unfold their petals of pastel bloom. Midnight enchantments hide, hues subtle, subdue in the shadowed day. Magic sleeps in a silken web of fay. Silently we come away. Moon garden hidden in the glare of day. Nice. Based on that poem. Look at the faces and her wings. So we've got the 4 corners represented there in her wings. And I can definitely see all of the ferns and things that she mentioned about being on her uncle's farm represented here in the artwork. Okay, so we're done with that, and now we're going on to the swords. Let me just move these. And it looks like we're working backwards. So we've got the King of Swords and the Queen. You can see them together if you like. Actually, oh, I thought they were going to connect, but they don't. Oh, they kind of do. Interesting. Here's the King and the Queen. And here's the Knight and the Page. And I wonder, hang on one second. Because they look like they make a scene, don't they? I'm trying to see if they make a scene, but they don't seem to. They feel like they want to, but they don't. All right, let me get back to the flip through. Sorry, guys. So sorry about that. I went through and looked. They don't line up. I thought they might, but they don't. They kind of want to. You can tell they're in the same space, in the same place, but they don't actually line up. Ooh, look at these. Dragonfly swords. So I was going to say that they're Pippy, but they're not. There's a person there. There's a scene there, but the pips are prominent, right? Seven of Swords. What's happening here? I don't know what I'm looking at. I see the swords flying, some swords in the ground. Yeah, I'm not getting Seven of Swords from that. I mean, there's 7 swords there, but 5. Okay, so there's a dragon here, I guess wreaking a little havoc, but I'm not getting 5 of Swords from that either. 4. Okay, so it is Pippy. Because at first I was like, oh no, it's not Pippy because there's, the 8 and the 9. There were people, you could kind of see a scene, but now as I'm moving kind of into these lower numbers, they do feel a little Pippy, but then here we go, not Pippy. So it's a mix. It's a mix of pips and RWS scenes. Base. Okay, so that's the swords. Right. So here's the King of Wands with his queen. They look nice together. She's got her cat. He's got his lizard. Queen of Staffs. There's a knight. It's very dark where they are in this garden. It's nighttime. All of the things happening in the evening. I guess that's what's making it feel so dreamy to me. But I guess if you sleep during the day, maybe this doesn't feel so dreamy. This is very Pippy. I know I was going back and forth through the sword suit, whether it's Pippy or not, but honestly, what's popping out to me are the pips. They're very prominent on the cards. These staffs or these tree branches that are representing the staffs in this and tree trunks are very prominent on the card. It's interesting pips. It's not like cut and paste pips, but I wouldn't even call these, I don't know, what do people say, pips with feelings? Because there's not on every card a representation of the actual meaning of the card. It's a feeling and a very, very prominent representation of the staffs, right? Now, if you're into plants, maybe these plants might give you some hints. And I don't know if the guidebook talks about these plants. It probably does because there's quite a big section on the artwork. So I don't know too much about plants. So those are not giving me anything at the moment. But as far as the other things that I see in the cards, there's stuff here and it's busy. But what pop into me are the trees. So I would probably read this like a pip deck for me. But this is an older deck and a lot of you probably already have it. So how are you guys reading it? Does it feel Pippy to you? Maybe it feels less Pippy with the borders. All right, we're on to our King of Cups. Here he is with his cute little queen. They remind me of books that I used to read when I was a teacher to the students. I like the artwork. It's cute. No diversity at all, but cute. A lot of bugs, gotta admit. Ooh, what's that? That's odd. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I like the backgrounds are black, but they're sort of, I don't know, you can tell that they've been painted black. It doesn't feel, they feel, how can I say this? They feel real, I guess, like real paintings as opposed to like digital paintings. Like you could tell because you could see like the canvas shining through there or peeking through there, which is kind of neat. It feels different than what I'm normally used to seeing these days. Like my mind has gotten used to seeing so much digital art that it's kind of nice to have something that is not digital. Um, with those sort of. All right, on to our last suit. Here's our King of Pentacles with his bowl in the background. I like the pentacles. Are there going to be these balls? I like these spheres. Neat. Those are fun. They look like moons with pentacles on them. I like the pentacles a lot. I thought that the bugs were going to get to me, but they're so storybook that they don't scare me whatsoever. And I think part of it is this is beautiful. This is beautiful. And this 9 of Pentacles. So you've got the symbolism without the person here. And these beautiful bubble pentacles that I love so much. I was just wondering. I was looking at the moons, and I feel like at first I was like, well, are they full moons? Are they waning and waxing? They seem to be all the similar types of moons. But every now and then, look, this one is full. Every now and then it'll change. So I don't know. I'll have to look in the guidebook, or if someone wants to let me know, oh, look, this one looks like it could be almost an eclipse. So yeah. Ooh. Huh. The color on this one is very different from the other cards. It's pretty. I wonder why it's so different. Before. Oh, here's another one like that. 3. But again, Pippy. I like it though. I like pip decks. So, I'll just read it like a pip deck. A different pip deck. A pip deck that with really pretty artwork. Look at that. It just feels so natural, And I like that about it. Let's give it a shuffle. I'm not sure what this is. I'm thinking something to do with the production about like keeping the cards from sticking together. They put this in here and forgot to take it out, but it didn't destroy the card at all. Just so you know, there's no issues with the cards. There's nothing that's been damaged or scratched or anything like that. So we're good there. Let's give it a shuffle and see what we got. Oh, they're a little long. Oh man, they're a little long. We'll see if I'll be able to riffle them. I don't know. Yeah, I mean they're bendy, but I have to force them. So I don't know if that's the best for the cards for me. My hands are short. If yours are normal, you won't have any problems riffle shuffling these. As a matter of fact, it'll probably be a lovely shuffle for you. For me, they're a little long. Let's see if I can do them this way. Yeah, this is better for me. And I just have to like watch my edging. I'm not going to do too much riffling these anyway because I want to hold on to the edging for as long as I can before I destroy it. But I really like the size of this. I like the way they feel in my hands. like that I can wrap my fingers around them like this. Hand them. Ooh, we got a card. Let's see. Yeah, the overhand is nice. This is the linen stock, so it's not going to, there's no stickiness or anything like that. They're a little slippy, but yeah. So I don't want to do too much riffling them. I don't want to mess up my pretty purple gilding. It's so pretty. All right, so let's read for the Three of Pentacles. Here's the Three of Pentacles, if you want to read it for yourself. Oh, that's, yeah, so it's just the one page. I noticed that some of them are longer. You know, some of them are 2 pages and they have like these giant rituals, you know? So that's interesting. Every ritual is a little different. So for the Three of Pentacles, it says the rendering. Three pentacles, like bubbles bright, rise to the new moon's height. Beyond the Gothic panes they light, a garden moth follows in flight. The reading, new opportunities are the direct result of the recognition of past excellence. In turn, when current work is complete, it will lead to a still greater reward. This reflects the glory in the smallest creation and the magnificence of minor achievements. Do not defer from present goals. All steps are important when upon the garden path. Those who seek to detain or postpone your endeavors do so from a position of envy. And then there's a ritual. To draw prosperity your way, inscribe the rune Fehu 3 times round a candle of forest or mint green color. On the waxing moon, anoint the candle with oil of vert, I don't know, and place it in the center of 3 silver coins. These need be silver in color only. However, those of solid silver are more powerful. Light the candle and set it to burn. Keep the coins in a green pouch of basil and vetiver again to extend the spell. If it is necessary to repeat this spell, do so on the new moon, the first quarter, and the full moon. Use additional coins each time. Keep these in the same pouch. In this manner, your fortune has already increased. Interesting. That is cool. Like each one has like a little ritual, or that one was a spell. There's all kinds of different stuff in here. So that's neat. I don't know if the original deck had that, but this is cool to have this here. So I'll look through and see if there's stuff that I might want to do. I don't do spells, but if there might be something in here I might enjoy. So we'll see. We'll see what's up in here. But I'm excited to read it. I do love the way that she writes about the artwork and poetry, and yeah, I think that this book is neat. And I like these cards, and I'm going to be using them. I think they're pretty. And I love the size of them. I'm going to have to figure out how to shuffle them because they're a little long for my hands. I could riffle them, but I don't want to because I don't want to mess up this purple gilding. But once the purple gilding is already jacked up, then I'll be able to riffle them with no problem. So I'll just have to overhand. So that's the Tarot of a Moon Garden, guys. I have never had this one. I'm very excited to have it now and be able to use it. I love the sort of retro quality of the artwork. I hate to call it retro because is it retro or is it just, you know, more natural than the digital art that I'm used to looking at? But I like it. I like it. And it just gives me sort of nostalgic vibes. So I'm excited to use it, to get a chance to use it. I love the cardstock and the production on it. I like these purple edges. That makes me excited because I like shiny things and I like purple. So works for me. I'm happy with this. If you guys have been waiting on it, it's finally out and ready. You can pick it up from US Games or from Amazon. I will put both links in the description box below. I know it has been like they've been teasing us all year. It's coming. No, it's not. It's coming. No, it's not. So it's out. It's out. It's ready. And I will put it in the description box below where you can pick it up. And that's it. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle. And until I see you next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye.